Hi everyone, tonight we begin with a development that is sending shockwaves across global capitals. US-Iran tensions explode as Israel strikes trigger Middle East war fears, a headline that is no longer just speculation, but a rapidly evolving reality shaping the balance of power in one of the world's most volatile regions. In the early hours of the day, reports began to surface of precision airstrikes carried out deep inside strategically sensitive areas, widely attributed to Israel, targeting what officials claim were critical military installations linked to Iran's regional network. The operation, swift and calculated, immediately raised alarms not just in Tehran, but in Washington, Moscow, and beyond, as analysts scrambled to assess whether this marked the beginning of a broader escalation or a contained tactical message. As images and fragmented reports spread across global media, the tension between the United States and Iran, already stretched thin over years of sanctions, proxy conflicts, and maritime confrontations, suddenly appeared to reach a new breaking point. Sources within defense circles indicate that the targets were not random but carefully selected to disrupt supply chains and command structures believed to be tied to Iranian-backed groups operating across multiple fronts, including Syria and Lebanon, regions that have long served as flashpoints in the shadow war between Israel and Iran. What makes this moment particularly dangerous is not just the strike itself, but the timing and the geopolitical backdrop against which it unfolds. The United States, maintaining a significant military presence in the region, has been walking a tightrope, attempting to deter Iranian aggression while avoiding direct conflict. However, with tensions now surging, there are growing concerns that any miscalculation could pull American forces into a direct confrontation, something policymakers have sought to avoid for years. Iranian officials, in response, have issued strongly worded statements, condemning the strikes and warning of consequences, language that often precedes retaliatory actions through both conventional and asymmetric means. Meanwhile, regional allies are bracing for impact, as the possibility of escalation threatens to spill over borders, disrupt energy supplies, and destabilize already fragile political landscapes. The Strait of Hormuz, a critical artery for global oil shipments, once again enters the spotlight as analysts warn that any disruption there could send energy markets into turmoil, affecting economies far beyond the Middle East. In Israel, the government has maintained a stance of strategic ambiguity, neither fully confirming nor denying involvement, yet signaling readiness for any retaliation. Military units have reportedly been placed on heightened alert, and civil defense systems are being reviewed, suggesting that officials are preparing for scenarios that could include missile exchanges or cyber warfare. At the same time, diplomatic channels are buzzing with urgency, as international leaders call for restraint and de-escalation, aware that the stakes are far too high for unchecked aggression. The broader question now facing the world is whether this incident will remain a contained episode in the long-running shadow conflict or ignite a chain reaction leading to a wider regional war. Historical patterns offer little comfort, as previous escalations have often led to cycles of retaliation, each more intense than the last. The involvement of non-state actors further complicates the picture, as groups aligned with Iran may choose to respond independently, opening multiple fronts that could overwhelm traditional deterrence strategies. As night falls across the region, the situation remains fluid, with intelligence agencies monitoring movements, communications, and signals that could indicate the next move in this high-stakes chess game. Markets are reacting with volatility, reflecting the uncertainty that now grips investors and governments alike. For ordinary citizens in the region, the fear is immediate and personal, as the prospect of conflict threatens lives, livelihoods, and the fragile sense of stability that has been hard-won over years of turmoil. For the global audience watching from afar, this moment serves as a stark reminder of how quickly geopolitical tensions can escalate, transforming headlines into realities with far-reaching consequences. The coming hours and days will be critical, as decisions made behind closed doors could determine whether this crisis is diffused or allowed to spiral into something far more destructive. As always, we will continue to monitor every development, bringing you clear, accurate, and timely analysis as the story unfolds, because in a world where information moves faster than ever, Understanding the deeper context is more important than ever before. Stay with us.